Ottish.com. Learn anywhere, anytime.
Good morning, friends. Namaskar. Today we are going to discuss preposition. Merriam-Webster dictionary defines preposition as a function word that typically combines with a noun phrase to form a phrase which usually expresses a modification or predication. This is just a definition from the dictionary. Generally, we understand that preposition is a word that appears before a noun or pronoun. Prepositions indicate relationships between words in a sentence. Prepositions are used to show direction, location, time, and moment. Some of the prepositions are in, on, at, behind, beside, inside, for, since, by, to, among, between, over, under, below, beneath, above, along, across, forward, toward, etc. सामान्यतया प्रिपोजिसन कुनै पनि वर्ड शब्द विशेष गरी नाउन प्रोनाउन आदिको अगाडि प्रयोग हुन्छ, त्यसकारणले हामी प्रिपोजिसन भन्छौँ। नेपालीमा विभक्ति नामयोगी शब्दहरू शब्दका पछाडि जोडिन्छन्, तर अङ्ग्रेजीमा प्रिपोजिसन शब्दको अगाडि आउँछ, त्यसकारणले यसलाई प्रिपोजिसन भनिएको हामी सहजै बुझ्न सक्छौँ। Now, here some of the usages of prepositions are listed in this table. यहाँ छोटकरीमा केही प्रेपोजिसनहरूको चाहिँ प्रयोग केही उदाहरण समेत प्रस्तुत गरिएको छ। In generally in is used with time, year, month, season, part of the day, etc. For example, in 2004, in January, in summer, in the morning, in time, in 20 minutes. Similarly, in is used with location as well, with boundary. In pocket, in the field, in the room, in sari, in writing, in ink, in cash. These are some other uses of in. Now, into and onto. To show motion or direction. To show motion or direction, into and onto are used, but there are also differences between into and onto. He came into the classroom. The cat jumped onto the table. Into, within the classroom, onto the table. Here we are going to discuss the use of on here. On is used with time, day, and day plus part of the day. Location, vehicles, for example, on Sunday morning, on 15th October, on time, on the table, on the wall, on the way, on bicycle, on the bed, etc. Now, the use of at. Clock time. With clock time, part of day, collective days, and with places, especially point, certain point of the place, we use at. For example, at 11:30, at noon, at 8 o'clock, for example, at night, at 𝐻𝐽𝐻, at the airport, at the gate, at the corner, the place with a certain point of a place. Now look at of, possession. हामी of को प्रयोग पोजिसन देखाउनको लागि गर्छौं र of को धेरै ठाउँमा प्रयोग हुन्छ. फर एक्जाम्पल पार्ट्स अफ कार कारको भनेर पोजिसन प्रस्तुत भएको छ. of of separate from something, he got off the bus, for example, छुट्टिने अवस्थामा of को प्रयोग हुन्छ. off through penetrating, एउटा केही चीज भएर जाँदा छेडेर जाने जस्तो अवस्थामा penetrating हुन्छ. through the forest, बीचबाट कहीं बीचतिरबाट एकटा पोइन्टबाट अर्को पोइन्टतिर छिरेर जाने सन्दर्भमा थ्रु को युज हुन्छ. through the forest, with साधनहरु, इन्स्ट्रुमेन्टहरु, पर्सन, वेपन आदिसँग भन्ने अर्थमा हामी with को युज गर्छौं. with a word, with a sword, with a knife, with a pen, with father. Ram is playing football, playing badminton, we can say. Ram is playing badminton with his father, for example. By is used with instrument, with vehicles, with time, with person, and so on. By check, he paid me by check, for example. By check. He is traveling by bus, on foot, on bicycle, on motorbike, but by bus, by car, we say. By chance, by mistake, by Ram. This work was done by Ram. By 2025, I will have finished this course by 2025. 2025 सम्ममा सिद्ध्याएको हुनेछ भन्ने. सम्म भन्ने अर्थ पनि यसैले, द्वारा भन्ने अर्थ पनि एउटै बाई छ तर अर्थ फरक. By the river, नदीको किनारामा भन्ने अर्थमा हामी बुझ्नुपर्छ. by the river युज हुन्छ. Okay, now for, use of for. Perfective aspect of tense with period of time we use for. For example, I have been working. Perfective, we can see here, I have been working in this school for 10 years. For 10 years, for plus period of time. Now, since पनि हामी for जस्तै with the perfective aspect of tense we use for, but with point of time. For हामी period of time सँग प्रयोग गर्थ्यौं भने since को point of time. For example, I have been working in this school since 2012. For 8 years, for 10 years, but since 2012. 2012 देखि गर्दैछु, 10 वर्षदेखि गर्दैछु. That is the difference between since and for. Ago, with past time measured from present, we use ago. 2 hours ago. I completed my work 2 hours ago. I did it 2 hours ago, for example. And inside, within something or within a certain boundary. Inside the drawer. Inside, he is sitting inside the room. Over, vertically higher than a point. सोझै माथि छ भने हामी over use गर्छौं. Birds flew over the house. नछोइकन over छोएर above पनि नछोइ हुन सक्छ, but छोएर on. माथि कतैतिर हुँदा हामी above use गर्छौं. Higher than a point, vertically higher than a point. सिधै माथि अथवा माथितिर कतै above on the wall. माथि भित्तामा सोझै माथि हुँदैन नि तर माथि we can see the bulb on the wall which is above us, for example. Above माथितिर कतै vertically higher than a point over. Here the plates are on the shelf above the cups. Under and beneath, vertically lower than a point, we use under and beneath. The squirrel hid the nuts beneath the carpet, for example. Below, lower than a point, talatira. Basements are dug below ground, for example here below ground. The examples are given below. We use, for example, between, at the middle of any two things. For example, Nepal is between India and China. At the middle of any two things, among, somewhere, along with many things. For example, there is a temple among houses. There is a person, there is a thief among the boys. It means one of the boys is a thief among, and Ram Bahadur is standing between two girls. If we say in this way, we use between. It's not difficult. यो पिक्चरले अलिकति प्रेपोजिसनको प्रयोगलाई देखाएको छ थोरै. फर एक्जाम्पल कस्तो ठाउँमा हामी कसरी प्रयोग गर्छौं भन्ने कुरा पिक्चरबाट केही बुझाउन खोजिएको छ. अक्रस, क्रस गरेर जाने क्रममा अक्रस. फर एक्जाम्पल सी वेन्ट अक्रस द रिभर, रिभर क्रस गर्ने क्रममा चाहिँ अक्रसको युज भयो. सी वेन्ट अक्रस द रोड, रोड क्रस गर्ने क्रममा अक्रस भयो. बट along, if we use along, then she is walking along the road. हामी भन्छौं भने त्यो रोडको साइडबाट हिँडेको छ भन्ने त्यो अलङ हुन्छ, र रोडलाई वारपार क्रस गरेको छ भने अक्रस युज गर्छौं. त्यस्तै थ्रुको अघि पनि आएको कुरा थ्रु, पेनिट्रेटिङ. यहाँ यो पिक्चरले देखाइरहेको छ थ्रु, अमङ. यो फिगर चाहिँ अमङ अदर फिगर्स हामी देख्छौं. इनसाइड, द स्पट इज इनसाइड द बक्स, वी क्यान सी. टु, यो एरोले देखाएको छ टुलाई, टुको प्रयोग. त्यस्तै टुवर्ड, टु यही आइपुग्दा सम्म, अप टु भन्ने जस्तो हुन्छ भने टु, टुवर्ड तर्फ मात्रै भन्ने अर्थमा हामी बुझ्छौं. यो एरोले अलिकति यसको टु र टुवर्डको अलिकति डिफरेन्स देखाएको छ. अन्डर एन्ड ओभर, वी क्यान सी द डिफरेन्स बिट्विन अन्डर एन्ड ओभर हियर. सिमिलरली अन, अन हामी यो पिक्चरमा अनको युज देख्छौं. एन्ड बिट्विन, ओभर, ओभरको हामी यसलाई पनि ही came over the wall, if we say, त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ यस्तो प्रकारको ओभरको प्रयोग भएको हो भन्ने. ओभर यहाँ यो जस्तो हामी द बर्ड इज फ्लाइङ ओभर द हाउस भन्छौं भने यो कन्डिसन. अब यसलाई पनि ओभर हुन सक्छ, द बर्ड इज फ्लाइङ ओभर, यस्तो किसिमले नभएर मान्छेले चाहिँ एउटा के गर्छ, वाललाई नाग्ने अवस्था छ भने फर एक्जाम्पल ही went to the other field over the wall, हामी युज गर्छौं कन्डिसन अनुसार. अराउन्ड, अराउन्डको युजलाई यो एरोले देखाएको छ. हामी विद्यार्थीहरूलाई पढाउने सन्दर्भमा पनि यसरी चित्रको माध्यमबाट चाहिँ प्रिपोजिसनलाई देखाउँछौं भने उनीहरूले कुन कन्डिसनमा कुन प्रयोग गर्ने भन्ने कुरा बुझ्न सजिलो हुन्छ.